Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, home to the Florida State Seminoles. And just listen to this crowd energy. For every Seminoles game, the war chant goes full throttle. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Noles will kick this away to get us going. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the...
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Getting set. Here's second down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Catch hauled in here over the middle. The ball is loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
You know, with wide receivers, we get enamored with their size and their speed and their versatility and their ability to make plays after the catch. But none of those things are more important than taking care of the ball. He makes the catch, but he doesn't secure the football, and it's a fumble.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll try the option play here. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but a simple quarterback keeper for a solid gain and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. Four set of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
The Noles hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. All right, second down and goal now for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida State. And Kirk, how important is that to get off to a positive start to draw first blood in a rivalry game like this?
Well, Chris, as you know, in a rivalry game, there's so much emotion. So to be able to put a touchdown on the board first just sets the tone for a big day.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 open score. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown. So they got to bounce back from that right away. He hands it off from the gun. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
2nd down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. And remember, the last time these rivals met, Kirk, these guys dropped the hammer. It got ugly.
And, Chris, don't underestimate the mental anguish that can put on a team. It's important that this defense plays well and tries to get the ball back to their own offense to give them a chance to build their confidence up.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. When they hit him just as he releases the ball, it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Bringing it back, it's Rice. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Here's the option play. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Second down after that run on the previous play. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. That run moves the ball across the 40.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the 1st down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And it's complete downfield. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it to the left. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards here on 1st and 10.
Second down play coming up. It's an option look. The quarterback keeps the football. Pitch to the back. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st. Good execution on the option. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback's got it on the option. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down after that run on the previous play. Well, Kirk, you played in rivalry games. No shortage of inspiration, but how do you manage the emotion of it all?
Well, I think you need great leadership from the team. Sometimes teams don't handle the emotions of it, and the game can get sideways on you. The teams that play the best in rivalry games are the teams that have the best leaders to keep them focused on the task at hand.
After the second down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on 3rd down and 8. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
How many first downs is that on this drive? This defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
And the Knowles are going to cash in this red zone trip. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Grab behind the line. It's Gilbert. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. They go with a direct snap. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Pitches to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because he can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. Going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Kick is up and no good. And after the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead he shanks it.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31. The Hurricanes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Caught in the backfield. It's Thompson. Finds just enough space and makes the 1st down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Florida State 7, Miami 0.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down, but crosses midfield to the 46.
Chris, man, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver, and then you lose track of him, and they're lucky that didn't go as a touchdown.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. They can't stop him. Breaks a tackle into the clear. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. This one will be fair caught. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. He'll hand it off. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down play coming up for this offense. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Another first down and another good run by this back from Florida State. He's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. On the toss play, runner moving left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there in the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Now it's second down here. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Right down to crosses midfield to the 46.
Here's the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
The Noles looking to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Important second down play coming up. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run the option. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Receiver in motion now. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. The Seminoles will line up now. It's first and goal. Handoff to the receiver on first and goal. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. So just 1 for 3 in red zone trips so far. They come up on second and goal. They're going to run the option. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Complete to the running back. Can he get first down yardage?
Well, there's just nothing here for the quarterback to do other than throw it to his back and hope that he can get the yards after the catch, enough for the first down. But the defense gives some yards, but not enough for him to get to the sticks.
And the Canes will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. On the return, it's Rice. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Gets the first and still running. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Go with the toss play here to the left side. Let's give credit to the guys up front, the offensive line, center, guard, tackle. They seal the edge. But I love seeing the receiver's willingness to be a part of that, and a good job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play cannot be spilled out of the backfield and into the open field. So everyone handled their responsibilities perfectly to pick up some nice yards.
So the offense with the first and 10 now, the football placed exactly at midfield. We'll try to run it with the option. Powering through. Breaks loose at the 40. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Here comes a handoff. And runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The penalty backs him up, first and very long. Quarterback drops back. With the catch, it's Gilbert. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Now the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Here's the second down play. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
It's third and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
And the Miami offense is back on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Play action here on first down. Buying time now, rolling to his left. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
Went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Offense looking to throw the ball. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. First down, looking to throw the football. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown for the U. Now they line up to kick the extra point. And he knocks it right through. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. And here's the handoff. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And here comes a deep shot. Fired into a tight window and picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
First down, looking to throw the ball. He's got it inside the 10. Forced out of bounds, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. It'll be first down and goal. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Time running down. Just one play left here in the half. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Oh, and he can't come up with the catch in the end zone. It's going to be second down now.
Oh, my gosh, what a miscue here by the offense. After all the preparation and all the practice time, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it in the end zone. It's a big-time drop.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick this away to start the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Seminoles offense comes back on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. Fights through a tackle. Good enough for the first down to 37.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
They'll try the option play here. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the Seminoles will crank up the tempo. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Second down, looking to throw it. Looking for the wide out. And it's incomplete. He just missed. Overthrowing it.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Heads up move by the head coach using that challenge. Officials will reverse the call on the field after taking a closer look. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. He'll pitch it. In the clear at the 25. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. And the Knowles will line up on 1st and 10. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. The Knowles are in the red zone now. Here's the option play. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle after the completion down at the 1-yard line. The Seminoles line up with a 1st and goal. It's an option look. Touchdown, Knowles. They will claim the second half lead.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Tackle made after a big gain. The Canes come to the line and the hurry up.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Man heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the 1st down. And I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete. Backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to throw it again. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another 1st down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
The Canes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
Backs line up on either side of the quarterback. From the shotgun, handoff inside. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff.
Second down.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Ball handed off. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run. The Hurricanes will come to the line to run the hurry up. Here's the handoff on first and goal. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Got to do something here on third down to get back in range. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
But when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to third and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Brings up second down.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
Number 14, on to kick it away. That's the end of the third quarter. And After 3, the game is tied.
And the Seminoles will send the punt team onto the field. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And the Noles will bring their punt team onto the field. The offense will have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And it's a solid punt headed toward the sideline. And the return man runs out of bounds. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the single back takes the handoff.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27 to see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. It's an out route. The catch made. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to...
Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. Tough running there. Breaks a tackle, picks up the first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And the Canes are going to keep this drive rolling. On first down, why not keep it on the ground?
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. And he'll set up to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The Hurricanes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Canes are in the red zone. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Touchdown, Canes. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. And they've got him back there for a loss of 8. First down here for this offense. Quarterback's got it on the option. The quarterback keeps it on the option. Breaks loose at the 45. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
They'll run the option. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. The Knowles come up to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Defense is coming after him, trying to extend the play. Looks like he's going to run it. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Second down after that previous play. Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, you're inside the red zone, which means you can't come away with anything less than 3 points. But you know this offense is thinking about a touchdown. They're trying to get to that end zone. They go with the toss play. The big boys up front being mobile, moving around, and the running back trying to get behind them to find yards. It's exactly what he did there.
Back in motion now. Stop after a small gain. Now look at it, 2nd and 9.
Picks up 1. Brings up 2nd down. Got it.
6th play of the drive coming up. They're going to run the option. Quarterback still with the football. Pitch play to the back. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They're set now to try the PAT. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. We'll call for the fair catch here. The Miami offense back out onto the field. Handoff in a single back formation. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
They went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Oh, and he's got some space here. Can he make it? Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. Wow, so the punt return all the way to the house to put his team in front now.
Well, that's one way to do it, right? You don't have to worry about your own offense putting points on the board when you get a score from the return team. 6 points on the board, heck of a return, and they're up.
PAT is up and good. You lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Running back grabs it on a screen. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
And looking to throw now on first down. Running out of time in the pocket. Goes to his right side there for the completion. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to.
Breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Miami. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
What a touchdown by this offense. They're down one now, an extra point away from tying this game up with under 2 minutes to go.
Does his job with the PAT, and this ball game is tied here in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Send the back in motion. They'll try to run it with the option. The back's got it on the pitch. Breaking free at the 35. Brought down after a big gain and a first down. Defense, no answer for the option that time.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. But crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. They'll try the option play here. It's a quarterback keeper. And they finally get him down, but the quarterback keeper there picks up a big chunk and a first down. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Here's the option play. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone. The Seminoles will come to the line to crank up the tempo. It's an option look. It tests the middle but gets stuck. That one goes nowhere.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down play coming up. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. He'll toss it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The offense spends a timeout here. There are 16 seconds remaining.
So it all really comes down to this right now, Chris. You know, you're already in field goal range. You have a chance to maybe work a little bit closer. But let's face it, this defense, they're shooting those gaps. They're trying to come up with a loss of yardage, maybe trying to rip the ball out. Offense has to be incredibly smart with their play call and make sure you align that kicker where he's very comfortable potentially hitting this game-winning field goal.
And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play.
Florida State.
Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. So in the final seconds, everything comes down to this field goal attempt for the win. And it's good. A walk-off game winner. We love to see a game come down to the final possession. It was who's going to have the football last, and they were able to make plays and come out with a win.
Yeah, not only the final minutes, but the final drive. And that entire unit looked calm, cool, and collected. It was well called by their offensive coordinator, and this defense just couldn't stop them when they needed to.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.